peace, love, unity, coexisting, all of us as one. I hope that you see me as a reflection of you. And today, I will be discussing the topic of hiking trail names. What's a trail name? Michael, do I need a trail name? All these things will be answered today, so don't you worry. A trail name. A trail name is usually a name that can be very silly, it can be fun, or it can be very serious. But what's most important is that this name is either selected by the individual hiker himself, or the name can be bestowed upon the hiker by another fellow hiker. Generally, the name has some kind of connection between the hiker's hiking experiences or the hiker's individual life experiences, right? So it depends on what, but usually when you go on hikes with your friends, you go by your trail name. I think having a nickname is awesome. I always had nicknames growing up. I'm a man of many nicknames. I've had nicknames for soccer, I've had nicknames for yoga, I have had nicknames now for trails. So, as a professional nicknamer, I thought it was interesting that now I have a hiking nickname. And my hiking nickname was bestowed upon me by another avid, epic hiker by the name of Pat Isaacs. And this man gave me the name, The Lonesome Rhodes. If you've ever seen the movie A Face in the Crowd, you might know of this character, The Lonesome Rhodes. He was a very dynamic character in this movie who always spoke the truth, who always said what was on his mind and what was in his heart. He lived for the people. He was the people. He was the Lonesome Rhodes. Even when it was controversial, even when the mainstream denied it and they said it was no good and they tried to shut him up, he couldn't be shut up because he was the voice for the people. It's an epic movie. Again, the name of the movie is In the Face of a Crowd, or something like that. In the Crowd's Face. Oh shit, I forgot. But look up Lonesome Rhodes and A Face in the Crowd. A Face in the Crowd, that's what it is. Sorry, I had an ADD moment right there, as the doctors would say, but I don't believe. But anyways, my friend gave me this name of this character in this movie, The Lonesome Rhodes, because he said that, I reminded him of this character. But what's really cool, what's really interesting about having a trail name, or having a nickname in general, especially a nickname that somebody else gave to you, is that it gives you something to work towards. It gives you, something to stand up for. It's your character. So when you're hiking, and you're struggling, and it's getting hard, and you don't know if you can reach it to the top of the mountain, and someone looks over at you and they say, Lonesome Rhodes, get up this mountain, let's go. It's different than if they just said, come on, Mike, you can do it. Then I'm just like, but Mike's freaking tired. But the Lonesome Rhodes is not freaking tired, bro. The Lonesome Rhodes can keep going because I gotta live up to that name. So it gives you some kind of energy. It gives you some kind of motivation, some spark, some flavor to keep going, keep on trekking, brother. Now, it's interesting because when I joined the yoga community, Shivananda Yoga, as soon as I graduated TTC, I graduated with a nickname, a yoga name, a spiritual name, right? I know that people get kind of weirded out by the name spiritual, but I assure you, it's not weird. It's actually really cool. My name in the yoga community is Shankara, and Shankara means the bringer of joy. So when I volunteered at the ashram, doing karma yoga service, volunteer work, it was hard work sometimes, and some days I wasn't living up to the name. I wasn't bringing that much joy. I was kind of pissed off, or I was kind of tired. You know, my brain's lagging. I'm just not on point and struggling. But then somebody in the kitchen would look over at me and say, "Hey, Shankara, can you help me with this?" Or somebody will just call my name Shankara. And it will be a reminder, even when I'm not feeling good, that I'm a bringer of joy. I have this name that I gotta live up to. A name that I gotta live up to that is calling out my higher self. That is trying to make me a better person, to keep me at a level where I'm experiencing my greatest version. Nicknames can be powerful. Nicknames can also be very, very dangerous, because you can give somebody a nickname that isn't so nice, that doesn't have good intentions behind it, and it can crush somebody's character. It can crush somebody. It can make somebody very insecure. But a positive nickname, a trail name, a spiritual name, a name that gives you some motivation to live up to, a nickname that's given to you that has positive intentions, can make you do extraordinary things. I hear it all the time that some celebrities have alter egos with different names and different personalities, that they access these alter egos, and then they have the confidence to be the Beyoncés and the Jay-Z's of the world. But these are just nicknames. They're silly. They're fun. But do you see how much power that they actually have behind them? I'm a big fan of having positive nicknames for people. I believe it makes people live up to that expectation. The expectation for them to be their greatest self, right? So, if you're an avid hiker, if you love hiking with your buddies and your friends, while you're on the hike, look at your friends. See their positive qualities. See something that's fire in their eyes. And then make a nickname for them. Make a trail name for them. And every time you go on this trail, or every time you go on a hike, you call them by their trail name. And you see how they react to it. I guarantee you it will give them the motivation they need to get to the summit or to get to the destination. If they're tired, if they're weak, if they're struggling. There was a girl, my roommate. We went hiking one time and she's from Texas. Out of nowhere, I didn't even know what a trail name was. But out of nowhere, I looked at her and I said, "You can do it, Longhorn. Let's go, Longhorn. Show me what you got. Longhorns don't quit. Texas in the house, baby." And guess what? That girl said, "What? Longhorn?" She made it all the way to the top, champ. Even when she thought she couldn't, she made it to the top. She made it to the top. And I think Longhorn had something to do with it. I do. Nicknames are powerful. What name will you live up to? It can be your own personal name. It can be. If that's the name that gives you that motivation. Or you don't even need one. You don't need one. I'm not saying that they're crucial, but they can help. They can help. And if it's a tool to help you find your greater version, if it's a tool that can give you the edge, I say why not? My friends, it was great chatting with you. If trail names are interesting to you, or if these topics are interesting to you, please leave a message or a comment below, and I'll be sure to make more videos like this in the future. Thank you, and if you can, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste. Hari Om Tat Sat.